Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another episode of the UAMA podcast. Now in today's episode, we'll be discussing about Haya and the beginning of good manners. Haya is the feeling of bashfulness or embarrassment due to the fear of doing something wrong or abandoning something good or being blamed by people. Haya, otherwise known as modesty, is an inborn character that urges people to do good and abstain from evil. Some of the scholars of the tafsir interpreted the Quranic statement, and the clothing of taqwa, that is better, and you can find this ayah in Surah Al-Araf, ayah 26, as Haya, modesty. In other words, it means, and the clothing of Haya, modesty, and the fear of Allah that is put on for protection against physical and spiritual evils and harms, it is entirely goodness. Now one day our Prophet ﷺ passed by an Ansari Sahaba who was admonishing his brother, saying, "You are too shy. This is not good for you. Don't be so shy." Nabi ﷺ said, "Leave him alone, for Haya, modesty, is from Iman, faith." Abu Sa'id radiallahu anhu said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the most modest of all people. When he disliked something, we understood it from the remarks of his blessed face. Sulaiman alayhi salam said, Haya, modesty, is the orderliness of Iman and faith. When disorderliness replaces orderliness, the perfect faith, the perfect Iman, becomes spoiled as well. In this regard, another hadith al-Sharif tells us the following. Indeed, the first statement people heard from the previous prophets were, "Do whatever you want unless you have Haya, modesty." Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha said, "The beginning of good manners is Haya." Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was also reported to have said, "Indeed, the followers of each religion have a certain distinguishing good manner, and the good manner of Islam is Haya, modesty." Thank you all so much for listening, my dear valuable brothers and sisters, and we'll see you all in the very next episode of the UAMA podcast. Assalamu alaikum.